Today we're talking about poop, manure, or shit. It's one of my favorite homesteading topics, composting with chicken manure. It's hands down one of the best nitrogen sources you can add to your compost pile. But if you don't do it right, well, let's just say you could end up with more problems than rich soil. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to turn that potent poultry poop into black gold for your garden. So let's get started. First off, why chicken manure? Well, chicken manure is one of the highest nitrogen manures that you can get. Compared to cow or horse manure, it's about twice as rich in nitrogen. That makes it an excellent green or nitrogen-rich ingredient for your compost pile, which speeds up decomposition and feeds your soil microbes. But, and this is important, fresh chicken manure is hot. That means if you put it directly on plants, it can burn them due to high ammonia content. Plus, it may contain harmful pathogens if not composted properly. So composting it the right way is key. To start composting chicken manure, you'll need a few things. Number one is manure and bedding. I like to use the manure straight from the coop, mixed with whatever bedding you use, whether that be straw, wood shavings, leaves, or even shredded paper. For us, we use the cedar shavings we get at the local feed supply store. And that gives you a good balance of greens and browns to begin with. And the second thing you'll need is carbon materials. You'll also want extra carbon-rich materials. Think of things like leaves, straw, cardboard, or wood chips. These can help balance the nitrogen-rich manure. So if you're already using things like wood shavings, that can help double for that based on what you use in the coop. Number three is water. Compost needs to stay moist, kind of like a wrung-out sponge type of consistency. And number four is air. Turning your pile adds oxygen, which keeps it aerobic and speeds up the decomposition process. Now, let's build the pile. So start by laying down a thick layer of carbon material. This will help absorb excess moisture and odors. And then add your manure and bedding mix. Aim for a ratio of roughly 1 part manure to 2 to 3 parts carbon material. Then, not to mix food and manure and make something disgusting, you're gonna layer it like lasagna. Carbon, manure mix, carbon, manure mix. And then you moisten as you go if it gets dry. You want it damp, but not soggy. A well-built pile should heat up quickly, often reaching 130 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit within a couple of days, which is hot enough to kill off any weed seeds and pathogens. A compost thermometer really helps here, and we have a couple linked in the description below that could help you. Once your pile is built, the key is maintenance. Turn it every 1 to 2 weeks to keep it aerated and evenly decomposing. This is as simple as using a pitchfork and turning it up just to make sure to get everything turned around and mixed nice and evenly. If it's not heating up, it may be too dry and too wet or not enough nitrogen. Just adjust as needed, maybe more water, more carbon, or even more manure. If your pile stays hot for several weeks, you're on the right track. The best way to tell this is with that thermometer. After about 6 to 8 weeks, the heat will start to die down and the pile will begin to cure. And this is exactly what you want to happen. So, when is it ready to use? The finished chicken manure compost should be dark, crumbly, and earthy smelling, but definitely not stinky. No visible chunks of bedding or manure. It usually takes about 3 to 6 months in total, depending on conditions. For us, it's taken usually like 9 to 12 months, and that just varies depending on how much moisture is in there, the ratio of carbon materials to manure and all that kind of stuff. But you really just gotta measure the temperature, see when the temperature starts to die down, and then give it a few more months, and that's usually good to go. So I like to let mine sit for an extra month or two after the temperature has dropped, just to let it fully mellow out. Then it's fully ready to add to garden beds, fruit trees, or even your lawn, and you have no fear of having it burn those plants. So that's really it. It is super simple. The key here with your chicken manure is time. You have to give it time. Do not use it right away. You have to compost it and give it time to let it get ready. So that's it. That's how you turn chicken manure into one of the best composts you can have for your garden, beating out anything else you could compost. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more homesteading and prepper content every week. And let me know in the comments, what do you like to add to your compost pile and what do you think helps the best? I'd love to hear your tips. Thanks for watching and happy composting.